This chilling Alexandra Daddario TV series is finding a new audience on Netflix. AMC must be feeling pretty good about getting into bed with Netflix right about now. Thanks to a deal between the two, several AMC shows hit the streaming platform on August 19, 2024, and almost immediately began climbing the Netflix charts. It's a gratifying turn of events for the AMC faithful who've been tuning into the network for years, only to see their favorites overshadowed time and again by bigger productions on HBO or Showtime. That is, unless your series involves Don Draper, Walter White, or zombies. The underseen Western crime drama Dark Winds, for instance, has now found a whole new audience thanks to this agreement. Meanwhile, it appears a lot of people have only just learned that Kevin can F himself, the critically acclaimed dark meta sitcom starring Alexis Rose herself, aka Schitt's Creek alum Annie Murphy, even exists, thanks to its premiere on Netflix. According to viewership aggregator FlixPatrol, Dark Winds has even become the third most streamed show of the last 3 days on Netflix as of August 22, 2024, with British fantasy TV import A Discovery of Witches, which made its stateside debut on AMC back in 2019, sitting comfortably in the number 5 spot. Even The Walking Dead spin-off Fear the Walking Dead has landed in 9th place, outpacing the 4th and final season of Netflix's homegrown comic book TV show The Umbrella Academy. There's also an AMC-backed Anne Rice adaptation occupying the number 8 spot on Netflix's top charts. Although it may not be the one you're thinking of. No, for as much as the film crew has sung the praises of AMC's Bloody Good, and otherwise bloody melodrama Interview with the Vampire, and will no doubt continue to do so in the future, it's actually the Witches of Mayfair that are actively charting on Netflix thanks to Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches. The Mayfair Witches are taking over Netflix. Just as Stephen King is inseparable from Maine and you can never fully take the Philly out of Philadelphia boy M.A. Night Shyamalan, Anne Rice loved to spin yarns of fantastical, horrifying mayhem set in her home city of New Orleans. That extended to the late author's lives of the Mayfair Witches, the 90s Southern Gothic novel trilogy that serves as the source material for AMC's Mayfair Witches series. Created by Michelle Ashford, Masters of Sex, and Esta Spalding, on becoming a god in Central Florida. The show stars True Detective and the White Lotus veteran Alexandra Daddario as Rowan Fielding, a successful young neurosurgeon who discovers that she is secretly the heir to a long line of powerful witches upon making her way to New Orleans. Jack Houston, Boardwalk Empire, co-stars as Lasher, the dark entity that has long haunted the Mayfair clan, with Tanguy Charissa, Another Life, and Harry Hamlin, Veronica Mars, rounding out the main ensemble. Mayfair Witches is also part of the same small-screen universe as the Interview with the Vampire TV series, dubbed the Immortal Universe, and the two share more than a predilection for supernatural soap operatics. What they don't share, however, is the favor of critics. Mayfair Witches Season 1 only holds a 44% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, and even or Film's Danielle Ryan, an ardent vampire fan, wasn't impressed by it. As she put it in her review, a series about a family of witches in New Orleans should be as gloriously over the top as the city itself, but instead of a spicy jambalaya, the series is about as flavorful as a bowl of plain steamed rice. It's possible that the upcoming Season 2 will lean harder into the campiness of its source material, much like Vampire did. But will all that many folks tune in after the dismal response to Season 1? Even with the Netflix booth? Only the Mayfair Witches themselves can divine that one. Mayfair Witches is currently streaming on Netflix.